actually drop that fast into the ground?
Twice as fast as a reserve is how fast I was going out. And my wing was fully inflated and I was on bar, full bar.
Oh, it's such a weird feeling.
I looked at everybody's track logs. Everybody's already uploaded them. Yeah. Across the board.
Same
every
thing,
single person on X Contest, which averages out things, right? Every single person had an upper 5 or a lower 6 listed for their lift and their sink.
Yeah, it was full on today.
It felt like a high pressure day, but I don't think it was.
It wasn't, it was just power.
So, Stefan, how many points did you get for your flight today?
Aaron beat us both.
No,
Yeah,
Jim got me, I think, on points. Didn't he?
I got 78.
Oh, you were 75.
Yeah.
Which surprised me because that's basically where we all turned around and went north.
Where? North.
How far did you go towards?
Chelan?
No, towards Plain.
Well, so I was halfway up to Chelan with Jim before we split. And then that thermal I took pushed me like almost to Lake Wenatchee, then I hit back. Like,
When I looked at your track, it looked like you got over the Sugarloaf Ridge line and then no further.
The next
But
ridge we stalled on.
Either way, yours made a triangle, and so your 50K went to 75 points.
I should have kept. I was so high. I should have went over Twin Peaks to Mission today, but I was just so over the air. It was terrifying getting back. I had to really wrestle that thing today.
When I landed on the Butte, I was getting like -5 the whole way. I was like, okay, I'll just keep following the ridge line down. I looked, I was so low, I couldn't clear the power lines that were down the ridge line, so I just took the flat landing.
I was bonking when I was getting really, really slow left over the Butte. And finally, I'm like, good enough, and I'm gonna just go. But I didn't pay attention to how shaded was my path between Lumberville and me. And that's probably why I was getting real low left. It was shaded. It's blowing, right? My mistake was not waiting. Because I flew right into the shade.
I saw you get left over on this side as you were, and I was low enough, I was just rotored down.
I took a few climbs on the beat, quite a few. Well, we can look at between and I never did get on top of Forest. I got to it, and then I was like,
Oh, so I got further on the task than you?
probably on Forest if you got to the peak.
I did.
But
Arbitrary circle I was trying to get
when I
into.
got a little bit, I was in front of it, and I was like, oh, I'm at 9+. I'm like, oh, I'll just turn towards the view.
Right before that, I was in a climb, and I got all the way up to like 11. It was snowing on me. And then I came out of that edge of the cloud as I was getting towards cloud base. I started to push away from it. And you know, you get that like swirling cloud you can see above you sometimes as it's like forming and blowing around. I got right to the edge of that, and the thing just goes, like I had to check so many, so quick.
Oh.
No, I steered away. I kind of flew out instead of topping out those dark climbs. I kind of, it's like, this is about the time to stop.
I felt vulnerable to line twisting today. Like it was almost wanted to happen a couple times.
It was so too rowdy. I was too nervous.
Every time it was -4, 5, 6, I was on full.
I was half the whole time.
Didn't your wing level when you were between -4 and a +4 on one side?
No,
I think it was a horrible.
Because I like it blew up on the overplane the other day, and I was like,
What was your glide ratio like? When you look down, were you surprised with how bad the glide ratio was throughout the day?
yeah,
Yeah, it was like 3,
not
4.
surprised. But we were heading into the wind.
I kept looking at it going, 3.5?
Yeah, it was terrible.
Wow, there were times where it was really good, but there were long times where it was really good.
I could never really let the glider fly too much today, because even when you go on the glides, like the turbulence, I mean, so it wasn't like the thing was doing, it was always wobbling some way.
Our 3 tracks.
Oh yeah, sure.
Could play them all together at the same time.
Show me how you do that. I always forget how you do that.
Well, here's my flight, and I just check Aaron Gale.
Oh, I didn't know you could do that.
Yeah, there's our 3 tracks.
right next to
It was
him.